Hi everyone. This short video on the emotion of joy and how each and every one of us can really have a lot more of this good stuff flowing through us and into our experience was inspired by two recent clients who find this moment in time that we live in, this period of time that we're living through, exceptionally difficult and dark and painful. And they're fighting. They don't want to continue to feel angry or upset or anxious anymore. They don't want to continue to feel sorry for themselves anymore. They want to feel more joy. They want to have a lot more goodness flowing into their lives. And maybe, just maybe, you're in a similar kind of place. If so, and you want to change that, you also want to have a lot more positivity flowing through you, I hope this message will support you just the same. When we look up the word joy in the dictionary, it is often described as the experience of great delight, of elation. And I'm sure you have your own understanding of what joy feels inside of us. At least most of us felt that way. For me, it feels warm, it feels nourishing, and it feels empowering. And I want to have more of that good feeling inside of me. But it helps me to remember that joy, even though there are some similarities, is different from happiness. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're both good and valuable, desirable emotions that I would like to have more of in my life. But there's a difference there, and actually knowing the difference will help ensure that we can properly nourish ourselves and give ourselves more of what we need and need most in our day-to-day life. The difference I'm referring to is the fact that joy, unlike happiness, is cultivated internally. In other words, it stems from the inner self of a person, right? It comes from within. It's how you feel when you connect with something deep and meaningful inside of you. It's how you feel, for example, when you think of someone you love and what that person may mean to you. It's warm, it's empowering, it's nourishing. Happiness, on the other hand, for the most part, because there are exceptions, but happiness, for the most part, is a result of something external. Someone else can make me happy. Some other things can make me happy. And it's an important distinction. In a nutshell, I would say that joy is an inside job. And because it's an inside job, it is far more consistent and reliable than happiness, which depends on other people and other things. It's important to remember. And all this is important. The reason we would like to have more of that consistent and good frequency flowing through us and into our experience is because we know through research, that big word called psychoneuroimmunology, we know through research that our mental health is intimately tied in with our physical well-being. We know that to be true, meaning the more we can allow this frequency to flow within, the more we can cultivate joy, the healthier we can be, both physically and mentally, right? And this is important, especially at this moment in time. As an aside, I would say that neither joy or happiness are actually destinations we're aiming for. They're more like rest areas on the road to a better state of health, better experience. And that's an important indication, because otherwise it's a whole different set of challenges. But for the time being, just understand that joy is an inside job. It's a choice to pay attention to everything that is worthy and worthwhile about you, within you. So if we really want to have more joy flowing through our lives, if we really want to pay attention, there are two things we need to do. The first thing we need to do is to begin to intentionally think more self-supporting thoughts of value and worth, right? It's the compassionate and kind type of thoughts that states very clearly, I exist, I'm valuable, I'm enough, I'm lovable, and so forth. So the first thing we need to do is to begin to intentionally cultivate more self-supporting thoughts. The second thing we want to do is move beyond just thoughts and take more self-empowering actions through intimacy, relationships, community, or by being in service to something greater than us, like a certain cause or organization, or just being in service to someone else, right? Give to others that which we feel we need and want most in our lives. There's a lot more to be said on the topic of joy, but I feel that you absolutely get why it is important for your state of health and want to cultivate it in your life. I would just say that while yes, it is very doable for us to kind of discipline ourselves, sit ourselves down and do this kind of work, it's much, much easier to have someone else in your corner who can guide you and make sure, put you in check and make sure that you're doing it properly, that you're getting the benefits, right? That's the bottom line. And yes, no shame here, self-promotion, self-empowering thoughts, and self-empowering actions. I'm available to help you do that. If all this resonates with you, you want to do this kind of work, send me either a private message or an email, depending on where this video is posting, and we'll set up a time for us to talk. Simple enough to do. I look forward to speaking with you and helping you get a lot more joy flowing into your experience. Thank you for watching.